Welcome back, friends! Today I'm making a portrait of a very sweet little kitty, and I'm excited to show you some tips that make this so much easier than it looks. So today I'm just using my normal sketchbook. This is Canson XL mixed media paper. The first thing I'm going to do is take this photograph of the cat. His name's Aspen, by the way. And I'm going to put it underneath my paper, and then I'm also going to put a light pad underneath, and it just shines some light up. It's kind of like holding this up to a window, which you could also totally do. Okay, now I'm ready to trace over the photo to get a basic outline onto my paper. We're going to go back over this later so it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going to help me get the general placement right, so I don't have to try to make sure his legs are the right length and all that kind of stuff. It makes it much easier. And then I'm also going to go back in and add in some of his markings so I can see where he's white and where he's orange, so it's just really easy to work with. It's a lot of back and forth since you can't completely see the photo through the paper, but I can see it well enough to kind of guide me, and then I'm just looking at it for reference here and there to refresh my memory on what I'm trying to draw. Now that I have the photo of my pet completely traced onto my paper, I'm going to go back over it with a pen. And I'm just using a micron pen in size 02. It's nice and fine, so it lets me get lots of detail. Really, you could use any pen just as long as it's waterproof. And here, I'm just looking at the photo and noticing where Aspen is furry versus where his outline is really more smooth in the photo. And so where it's smooth, I'll just literally trace his shape. But where he's furry, I'll use these little broken lines to kind of give the impression that he's not just completely sleek, but he's a little bit more furry. I think I'm going to try making my line a little thicker here. I think the variation will make this look even better once it's finished. We'll see. I'm going to erase my pencil lines really quick. Okay, I'm going to start mixing up some colors. It took me a little bit to figure out what paints I wanted to use on this, but I think what I'm happy with now is using some yellow with some burnt umber to make like a golden brown, and then adding in just a little bit of burnt sienna to make it more orange. Okay, I'm just gonna put a thin layer, which is called a wash, over all the orange parts of this cat. While I'm waiting for that to dry a little bit, I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of gray, and this is just Payne's gray with a lot of water to make it really light. I'm gonna add a little bit of shadow on the right side of each of his legs. Now I'm gonna go back in with some more of that orange color and just paint over, making it darker in some places. He has some tabby stripes, so I want to get those a little bit darker areas. I'm kind of looking at the photo as I do this to notice where they are in real life. I'm not gonna get it exactly right, and that's okay because this is just a storybook style portrait. It doesn't have to be exact, and I really like that actually because it's like a lot less pressure. And so I'm just having fun with it. It's actually a little bit too harsh for me, and maybe I let it dry a little bit too much before I went back in, so I'm gonna blend it a little bit and maybe darken up some spots just wherever it seems like it needs it. I forgot to draw his whiskers earlier, so I'm going to add those back in. gonna go in now with some blue-green. It's a little bit, well, actually this is lighter than I want. I'm gonna go a little bit darker. And I'm just kind of approximating a shadow shape under Aspen. And then I'll go back in now with some brighter green, and I will fill in the grass around that. You know, I think I need a few more really thin tufts of grass on this side to make it look right. And that pretty much wraps it up. If you enjoyed this video, I would be thrilled if you would subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you back next week with another video. Thanks.